Thank you for staying with us. Our conversation this morning, I don't know which face you can see consistently there. Well, our artist of the week is an actress and is a model. And I don't know whether she has started presenting yet, but please welcome Mary Jane Chinwema Ogu. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Do you also present?
I'm looking into it.
You're getting into it? How are you this morning?
I'm awesome. Thank you.
Tell us, where did all this acting thing start for you? Was it part of the plan or was it an accidental thing like some people?
Well, it has always been part of the plan. Okay. I've always wanted to... Media generally, acting, entertainment, showbiz. Growing up, I was actually inspired by my godfather. I'll call him my baptismal dad. He was a journalist with the aviation. So I always watched him go to the airport. It was very fascinating for me, you know. He also wanted me to work there, but growing up I had so much drama. You know, I'll just watch TV and see how people behave. I always also do same. I'm like, okay, I can actually do this. I went to church and started drama units, and it was really fun for me. So I just developed interest in it. Following him to work, doing drama. Still, sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and, you know, just act, hello, hi, okay, all this kind of stuff. And I just developed it, and I went to school. I studied theater and media arts. Yeah, and here I am. You
know, I can just imagine your daughter somewhere, just standing in front of the mirror and doing exactly the same thing. You will now be seeing yourself.
It will be awesome.
It will be awesome, right?
Yes.
So, where did you cut your teeth then, professionally?
I would say the year for me was professional, 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2017. I started as a commercial model first, and I started acting.
Okay. And which was your first?
Soft Work. I think so.
I can only remember a song by that title right now.
Yeah.
So, and how is, quote unquote, Nollywood? There are those who have the general phobia, general palpitation, petrification, if I dare say, about getting into acting in Nigeria. That there are some kinds of things that have to happen between one producer or director and all those things. How true are those things?
Wow. For me, I would say Nollywood is growing, it's evolving. It's not like before. Yes, I have experienced what you're trying to say before.
Okay.
I have, and thank God for women and men now who produce and direct and give you jobs for what you do. If you can get it, they give you the role. Not like, oh, okay, I want you to act, come to my room or come to my office. No, these days, people will give you job based on what you can do.
I'm sorry. So you mean those things are not rumors?
I have been a victim of that before. And that's like a topic for another day. Yes, it happens. Yeah. So I wouldn't... It does happen. I have been a victim of that.
And what... Is there a reporting line? Is there... I'm trying not to, you know, sound embarrassing here.
That's fine.
Is there a way to report that thing to some industry experts?
Of course. I've seen people who come out, who call people out that do those kind of things to them. They call maybe the directors or the producers out. And people say into it. But sometimes it's just, they just talk. They just, you know, call out. That's the best they can do. And young actors who are coming, okay, know that this person can be that petty or is a perv, so they want to do too much. And as an actor, if you know your ground and know what you stand for, if they come to you and do that, you can actually challenge them. Yeah, they might say, I'm not going to give you a job. I'm not going to give you, are you God? I have my talent. My talent is going to pay way for me. And yeah, you just go about it.
So how does an actor or actress, I dare say that this thing is not happening to just one gender, right?
Huh?
Oh, men also get harassed.
Yes, in my knowledge, I think so.
Well, you're not a man, I may not
yes,
be able to ask you,
yeah.
it does happen to the male gender as well?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank God I'm not an actor. But, speak to, this, because if we don't protect the industry is in jeopardy, all on its own. So you said there has been some progress. Can you say, sitting here right now, that we have completely transited from that experience you had until now?
From my own knowledge, I would say yes, because, like I said, Nollywood is growing. It's not like then when limited people who has like some productions and everybody goes to that particular director or producers. But now you can see I was saying, okay, if I produce my movie, I'm also a producer. Everybody produces now. Everybody is into one thing or the other. They're content creators. So you cannot put those kind of people in a space or tell them, oh, until you do this, until you do that, because there are things, there are a lot of things happening now. So I would say, and women too, there are women directors, women producers, they are giving people jobs based on their capacity. If you fit in and you're good for the job, they give it to you. So yeah, things are better now than before.
I'm sorry, I'm really struggling not to try to embarrass you, but there are those who would also say, movie directors, movie producers, even people in the society would say, such victims are sometimes, it's because they are desperate to get into fame that they fall victim. What would you say to them?
I know the angle you were coming from. Like I always say to myself, I just need talent and God. I don't need, some people say, permit my words, I'm not a type that leak asses. If it's not working, it's not working. As fast as I'm good, I'll get there, just gradually. But some people, I think I would say low self-esteem. They don't believe in their talent. They don't believe in themselves that they can do better. Maybe they're looking for someone else's acknowledgement to be better. Oh, some people fix their bodies for that. I have heard people who say, oh, I need to go do my body so the directors can give me some kind of roles. Or I need to go do this so the director can give me this. And some people, yes, they are actually desperate to work with some producer or director so they can go the extreme, which is fine by them. Why some people will just go the normal route and they are good. So yes, there are people like that.
Okay, now let's talk about the growth of the industry. I'm actually very concerned, excuse me, because the world says that Nigeria has the fastest, one of the fastest, if not the fastest, movie industry in the world. And so that perhaps also speaks to, what you're saying. But, there is a challenge that a number of people have said. I'm glad that, as you said, the industry is growing, so more and more people are getting in. But before we get into the industry, there are some watching you right now who will watch you and speak. You want to speak to them about how to get in a way that you do not compromise your morality, in a way that you do not compromise your principles. They are new. They are struggling to be relevant, but they have the talents, just as you said, but they don't have the chance. What do they need to do? What steps should they take so they navigate away from the sharks?
Okay. Firstly, there are film schools. If you're the type that graduated from theater arts, fine, you also go to film schools, go for auditions, do monologues, put it out there on your page, tag the directors, producers you want to work with. They will definitely see it. Keep doing monologues, keep going for acting classes, brushing yourself. Definitely, one person will pick you. It might take a while, but definitely, as far as you keep doing that, keep going for auditions, keep putting yourself out there by doing monologues, somebody will see you. Yes, someone will see you. There's no how.
How about mentorship?
Yeah, of course, having a mentor, maybe someone you admire, and if you're opportune to, talk to the person or see the person one-on-one, yeah, God bless you, the person is good to you to also mentor you.
I like the good to you part, and I think I'll star it in my mind. So let's talk about the industry. The industry is growing, as you have said. 2017, I mean, you started professionally in 2017, you said, but the industry has been on for decades. Stage or the screen? Which would you go for, naturally?
Oh, I love stage, though. Reminds me of school. It's just spontaneous. It just comes.
Tell us about the magic of stage.
I feel once you step on stage, it's another different you. Like, not in a bad way. Like, the spirit of theater is just in you. So you just controls your movements. You're just spontaneous. It's not like there's no action. No, it just flows. You know, your voice, audibility, flexibility. You can just play with it.
But you know, so there are those who say, I mean, we've spoken to producers and movie makers who say that stage is a lot more expensive and maybe not as commercially viable. Because you can take a tape around for a movie. You have to move the whole crew around for a stage. Yeah, true. You can actually, when it's a movie, you can do that anywhere. But stage, you take it out of the theater. You can even download it if you want. You know, in some cases. Yeah. Okay, now to the industry. You know, there are so many issues in the industry. And for practitioners, what are the major challenges? What are the major challenges you face as an actress?
I would say it's getting better. I would say I'm just trying to pick one out of many.
Don't worry, you can mention them. Maybe in the process of mentioning them, you just pick on one.
Being on set sometimes, you know. Sometimes if you're... Sometimes the co-actors can be really... What's the word to you? Can be really frustrating to you if he or she is not getting the vibe or giving you the energy. You know, acting is give and take.
Yeah.
If he or she is not giving you the energy that you want in return, that can be frustrating. So, of course, you know how acting here, sometimes it will take a week if it's a TV film, 4 days, 5 days to film. Some people take 3 days, it depends. So you need to film. Sometimes you leave set like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. to come back to resume your call time again for 9 a.m. So take about when you leave set by 11 or 8 past 12 a.m. And you need to resume that same set again by 8 a.m. Sometimes you leave there by past 1 a.m. to resume. So you just need to, it can be challenging.
You know, that raises a question in my mind. Do you think the viewer, the person watching your movie, the person consuming the content you co-created by being on set, do you think they have full appreciation or significant appreciation of what is put into acting?
I would say, firstly, for those people who will really appreciate that, is people who understand the fundamental or the basic of acting, the sees it. I know some people that have tried and they left. It's really stressful. How do you get all these lines? How do you do this? You know, and when they watch you, something that can take like how many days, then you just pack into 2 hours. So like they appreciate you for it. To the fans that might not even know the behind the scene, but they see you do it, and for them is acting is make believe here. So it just brings the reality to life, and they just love you for it. Some people just love it for it. You know, when they see you act, some of the movies can be depicting their own life they are facing. So they forget that it's just acting, and they see the reality in it.
Yeah, of course.
And they love you for it. So basically, it's just people who understands it, who have been there, who has maybe they have seen a little of how it goes. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Let me ask you a tricky question. It's tricky, so prepare your mind.
Okay.
Now, Nigeria's movie industry, for now, I don't know if it is significantly classified, like into, or categorized, perhaps, movie, like adult or soft porn or horror or thriller. It's all jollof of all kinds of all kinds of genre in one. The comedy here, drama here, action there, everything in one. In fact, some horror as well in the mix. But we're importing all kinds of values. How do you see the movie industry helping to protect those values? I ask that question because now people watch American films, watch all kinds of films, and they see some things that are like, man, this is not part of our culture. You know, or some certain action scenes that I cannot even be talking about. And I'm not talking about action of shooting gun or beating somebody. Those action films that happen behind closed doors. Do you see, how do you see us as a nation protecting our culture from such influences through the movies?
Movies these days, if you watch them, they portray things happening, they portray our culture well, they portray maybe, okay, there's this movie that this lady did, Mwabudu, about the Alu 4. She portrayed it, you know, telling the world. There are also movies that shows the economic breakdown. There are movies where we can also, you could see that the people needs better government. So I think, like I said, Nollywood is doing well. They are portraying us and our culture in a very diverse way. That's why you can see most international brands, they're coming into one's work.
So what do we expect from Mary Jane Ogu in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Professionally, I am talking about.
Professionally. I just registered my company, Dewdrops Media. I look into producing and partnering with people. So you respect more good movies from my company, respect me as a person to have evolved, you know. I look forward to acting with an international brand, so yeah.
I was going to ask about your aspirations as well.
Yeah, my aspirations, you know, this is still involves in movie to help also the younger ones who are coming to see the lights better through my film.
Okay. Now, this one last one, because I'm already getting signals in my ears. Kunle Afolayan is someone that, once you see any of his movies, the signature is culture. And a number of people in the industry also have that signature on their works. What should people look out for as Mary Jane's signature in Nigeria's Nollywood industry?
So, the signature or Dewdrops Media for me is when people, the signature is the mind, happiness in the mind. So when you feel down or when with the high stress, when you just see Dewdrops, it's a drops of happiness. Whenever you say it, it's just drops of happiness to you and whatever situation you find yourself. It's entertainment, so you watch it and you're elated, you're leaving whatever downcast thing you have to a brighter hope, giving you a brighter hope.
Well, since you have mentioned the name of whatever company, we're going to send you an invoice because that was super. We have to thank you very much this morning for being here. Mary Jane Ogu is an actress and a model. Thank you so much for your time today. And all the best all the time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's Sunrise this morning. Thank you for the privilege of being a part of your day so far, your morning so far. A few minutes time, it'll be noon. Hope you've had how many liters of water already? Please keep safe. Lubricate properly and ensure that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye for now.